In 2020, we've seen an unprecedented number of disasters impacting just about every region of the country. As we wrap up this year, we look back on the disasters that had the greatest impacts, from historical hurricane and wildfire seasons to a crippling global pandemic. We'll review the top 10 disasters of 2020. Number 9 on our list of top 10 disasters in 2020 is Hurricane Zeta, one of several hurricane impacts on the list from the historic 2020 hurricane season. The most active in recorded history, with 30 named storms from Arthur to Iota. Zeta was one of 6 named storms to make landfall in Louisiana and not only left damage along the coast, but well inland across the southeast and eastern seaboard.
The forward motion of the storm was like over 30 miles an hour, so that's very fast for a tropical system. It got caught up into the upper level flow, which is the reason why once it moved inland, it just accelerated to the northeast.
Zeta caused significant impacts in North Georgia, knocking out power to millions of customers served by Georgia Power, the state's largest utility.
Hurricane Zeta's winds were devastating at 70 miles an hour. You can still see some of the damage left behind here in places like Paulding County, where I'm standing. At Georgia Power, we've seen more than 600 broken power poles and more than 1,800 spans of power lines down across the state.
David Nadler with the National Weather Service out of Peachtree City, Georgia, says Zeta's impacts were compounded by wet soil conditions prior to the storm.
We did have most of the heaviest rain that fell were ahead of like the strongest winds, believe it or not, as the system moved across the area. So you kind of had that, you got hit twice. You had the rain and the strong gusty winds, and that combined to cause some problems, certainly.
The repairs took weeks before all the power was restored. For Sawney Electric Co-op, north of Atlanta, it was the greatest power outage in the co-op's history.
We lost 4 substations, and we had 19 circuit feeders that were down, close to 100 broke poles, and several miles of distribution line laying on the ground. So it was a monumental task from the get-go.
Overall, Hurricane Zeta resulted in an estimated $4 billion in damages and resulted in 3 storm-related deaths in Georgia alone. And the reason why Zeta is number 9 on our list of top 10 disasters of 2020.